and welcome to day number 12 from StarLadder Star Series, and we have got ourselves the second game of the day. It's gonna be Fota taking on virtus.pro, and we are first gonna see how these two teams are doing so far. We just had a game between El Pride and No Tidehunter. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm gonna say that those points have not yet been updated. We're seeing virtus.pro already on top of the list, and if they win this match, they are gonna be spiking forward real fast because they're gonna have 21 points to their name. Fota, on the other hand, they have played 4 matches, have lost 3 of those, and we're gonna see if they can manage to get themselves 6 points to put themselves on par with Absolute Legends, Mouse Sports 4FC, and Rox KAS, and No Tidehunter based on points, or at least points from before today, I should say. So we're gonna see how they're gonna do that, because they're gonna of course need some heroes to do that. By the way, if you want to check out those points for yourself, you can go to StarLadder.tv and you can go to the Dota section, and then you go to the League tab, and you can see all the standings for yourself of all 16 teams. But we're gonna see the heroes for these two teams for this one match. It's only a best out of 1. There's 15 games in total that you have to play in Star Series, all best out of 1 matches. We've got a Whisper, Keeper of Light, and Bedrider on Nyx Assassin that didn't make the cut. And the first pickup went to Fota. And they picked themselves up a Gyrocopter, a Rubik, and a Queen of Pain now added to the list for them, as well as virtus.pro. They got themselves a Lifestealer and a Darkseer. And of course the Magnus as well, as they can now ban out that Bane just so that they don't have to deal with it. I mean, quite surprising to see a Rubik being picked up together with a Gyrocopter rather than a Bane, as we have seen the Bane-Gyrocopter combination so often lately. Purely, of course, because of the Nightmare to follow up with the Rocket Barrage. It is a very good way of controlling that lane, and of course making it scary for people to go in. But now there's probably not going to be a Bane in this game unless people just not ban it out. In which case, Fota will probably pick it up as the first pick if they can. We've got a Nature's Prophet being banned out, as well as a Venomancer. And of course, you already have the Queen of Pain as solo mid. For Fota, you have got the Gyrocopter and the Rubik probably be on the lane together. Could be an aggressive tri lane, could be a safe lane. Whichever they want. We already see virtus.pro banning out the tri lane hero, the Undying. And they, of course, have already got 3 lanes sorted if they wanted to. I mean, Darkseer could in theory go into that jungle, but we're going to assume for now the Darkseer is going to go on the off lane, Magnus is going to be going mid, and Lifestealer will be on the bottom lane. And now a Shadow Demon for the last ban for Fota. With the last ban for virtus.pro coming in, they ban out the Naga Siren. Another hero that we sometimes see as support, and now there goes the Bane. No real surprise. No real surprise that the Bane will be there. As in, yeah, because I already mentioned him. Would be too good to pass up on for Fota. But now, since they already banned out the Shadow Demon and they already banned out the Venomancer, now which hero do they want to pick up as their own support? Did they ban out heroes that they actually wanted to pick up, knowing that the Bane would be banned out if they knew that? Well, I could have guessed that.
5 seconds.
But they could also always pick up their offlane. I mean, we still have Windrunner and Beastmaster in the pool if they wanted to. Puck is still there, of course, as well, just in case. Basically, any solo offlaner is still in the pool because they're not banned out by virtus.pro. They just ban out supports or tri-lane heroes. I mean, Naga Siren even is very nice to have as a support in a tri-lane. We've even seen lanes where the Gyrocopter was a support and Naga Siren was the carry. Enigma is going to be the picker for Fota, so they're going to have a duel lane with the Rubik and the Gyrocopter, and then Enigma in the jungle. Now, in theory, Enigma could also go into the solo lane if they really wanted to. Solo long lane. We have seen that being done before, but we're not going to assume it for now. We're going to see a Leshrac picked up by virtus.pro. Of course, a great combination together with the reverse polarity from the Magnus, and of course, also on the lane together with the Lifestealer. We have seen that more and more lately, as the open wounds can set up for a good split earth on the Leshrac. And for the people in the chat, I will agree with I live on caffeine.
5 seconds remaining.
Less caster hate, more Dota talk. And that goes not only for this chat, but basically like for every single forum and Reddit and everything, every single communication thing there is. Hating on casters. I mean, it's not going to stop the caster from casting. That's for one. it's not gonna make them feel better or do better unless you give them feedback, like normal feedback. And it's just not constructive for anybody. It's a bit of a shame. Wasted breath from people that do hate. I mean, I guess they have to get out of their system. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's just focus on the game. Let's focus on the game. So there's 30 seconds left in the bonus time for Fota. Let's see if they're gonna still pick up on a solid offlaner. I mean, Windrunner would still be a good pickup. I mean, disable-wise, they do not have that much. I mean, yeah, they have telekinesis, which is great. Homing missile, yeah, okay-ish. Queen of Pain doesn't have anything, and of course there's the Malefice and a Black Hole, which is okay-ish. But I feel like they should be getting a bit more, but it might just be me. Oh, that's nice one. Clockwork is going to be their offlane, a hero that we have seen so much more lately. Of course, also a result of seeing the Lifestealer way more often, because he is just able to shut down so much. To make sure Lifestealer can't chase, to make sure Magnus doesn't have any mana. It is definitely a great hero to have, and of course also a great hero to initiate with. Well, yeah. On the other side, you of course already have Leshrac, so what Leshrac can do if there is a Power Cox and Clockwork is standing in the middle of that, his Split Earth is gonna hit, regardless.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Well, that needed to be done. Anti-coughing thingy gone. There we go. And it only made sense if you actually heard that, which I think you did. So yeah, I gotta keep my my voice smooth. Never gonna have some help sometimes. Anyways, virtus.pro last pickup is gonna be here. And it's gonna be a Warlock. Okay. Well, I already said they have their 3 lanes complete. So I'm kind of expecting a Warlock to be a support. Though Darkseer could be in the jungle, and then a Warlock could actually be... I kind of like solo laning Warlocks. Because they just, you know, they make for interesting Dota. We don't see that often. And then when we do see a Warlock, we... Actually, the last couple of times I saw a Warlock in professional games, he was solo laning, so who knows. Well, with KSI picking up the Magnus, it actually does look like we're gonna see a Warlock, potentially, not as a support. Well, let's get ourselves surprised. We have one person that left to pick up their hero, only Warlock has to be picked up, and then we are gonna go. And we are gonna see the entire map, because I just switched overlays. Yes, I did. Good job, me. And, also, of course, welcome to all the people watching inside the Dota TV client. I hope your dog is high level already and has got big fire breaths coming out of his mouth. And if you're watching the game, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, let's see who's playing what for Fota. We have got Sharkan playing, the Rubiki is going to be playing the support. And he has got a Sephira Griefel. Well, you know, we kind of all have StarLadder dogs. We have got Kpa playing the Queen of Pain. Is going to be Dai playing the Gyrocopter. It's a stand-in playing for Fota, and he is going to be playing, playing the Clockwork, and it's going to be Stigma who's going to be playing that one. And Enigma, the last one, is prepare for battle. He will be on the Enigma. As said, let's jump ourselves over to virtus.pro, where we see NS playing, of course, his Leshrac. Santa is going to be on the Darkseer, Airman on the Lifestealer. KSI will play the Magnus, and that will leave the Warlock being played by Crazy. So hello, solo middle Warlock. Hell yeah. There. Copy from the chat, because I can. So solo mid Warlock. I do like that. I just love that. And with KSI having the Magnus, it does mean that the Magnus will not be having that big of a role apart from his reverse polarity. But for example, he won't be getting his Blink Dagger that fast. But, oh, wait a second. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the game. Who's gonna go in first? Do they actually want to go in? Leshrac might be able to get something done. He picked himself up a Split Earth. He's not gonna be able to do something bar last hitting Die a bit, though. Right-clicking Die. Harassing him a bit. And it will, of course, be, actually, it was also Kpa that stood in, but we saw him before as a stand-in here already, so... That's why I didn't really stood still with that. But that's 2 stand-ins for Fota, by the way. And it's going to be Kpa who's going to be playing on the mid lane here, with the bottom lane for now being left entirely open. Not even Clockwork going towards that. Clockwork actually going towards the top lane. But at the same time, it's going to be virtus.pro that's also going to leave their top lane entirely open. Santa is going to just get himself some farm in the jungle. But there is a nice Radiant Ward here to make sure that there's not going to be a first set of creeps there. Do they have a center ward somewhere? Because that is going to be needed. Yes, they do. Leshrac. Actually, that's already the counter ward, counter warding that. What am I saying? It is a ward, of course, by virtus.pro. My bad. Oh wells.
Denied.
But yeah, crazy in the mid lane. This is the only lane where people are actually seeing each other from the opposing team, or at least you know, in the flesh. You can of course see them on the minimap, but you know, there's nobody there. So we're gonna be sticking ourselves on this lane most of all. So we will be seeing the Shadow Ward first up by Crazy, getting himself some harassment and some heal just in case Kapal gets some harassment off. Queen of Pain 440, Crazy 042. Shadow Strike is gonna harass, but as said, with the Shadow Ward, he can just be getting himself back up, and he is gonna be going for that fast bottle if he can get it. Okay, my anti-cough thing didn't really work. So, the thing about a Warlock solo mid is his right-click animation, last hit animation, is really decent. Queen of Pains, of course, is, you know, notorious for being really good, but Warlock's one is very decent as well. It's very fast. His damage is definitely not bad. It's still a bit lower than the Queen of Pain, but not by much, just by 2. But it's still super decent for Crazy to be getting his last hits going for this. And you already see his denies up to 6 with Kappa. I mean, he doesn't have any denies. He does have 5 last hits though, 6 now. And this is also going to be giving some harassment to the Queen of Pain with all those fatal bonds going through. And of course the fatal bonds, the thing about it is, if you level it up, it's great. It's only going to be hitting up on more targets though. I mean, the damage that's getting shared is going to be the same. It is going to be, of course, harassing more because it is up on more target, but look at that harassment. I mean, it's just harassment that is just for free. You are pushing the lane out with it slightly because, of course, you also do the same harassment to the creeps that it's on. But sometimes it's just worth it, especially if you're going to be aiming to go for a rune or something like that. We do have an illusion rune up on the Magnus, but that was the 2-minute rune got picked up on the bottom lane. Magnus is just gonna send his illusions to try and get maybe some aggression at least, or at least you know, just some harassment. Wow, he has to heal himself up fast because this is not good. That is first blood. I was gonna say. And he could have gotten 1 tick of the healing salve, but Crazy, he is a happy Warlock right now because he just got himself a first blood up on the Queen of Pain. Now the thing about a Queen of Pain is normally she's safe on the lane, she can blink herself away, has got decent base damage, great last hit animation, good harassment, you know, she's a good mid laner. But apparently Warlock wins in this case. In the meantime, it's Fota that's deciding to do something on the top lane. They are pushing the tower. Santa coming in there as well. He's level 3, so can surge himself away. Can also put some iron shells up on, and Santa is going to be running away there, just going to be safe. But Fota is actually, they're meaning business right here. They're going to be harassing the tower to death if they can. Also, of course, Leshrac coming in with level 2, trying to see if he can pick up some experience and maybe force them away. As it's going to be the first tower that will definitely drop. Split Earth is going to hit under the tower, a bit awkward. Only going to hit on a couple of Eidolons, but the tower doesn't get denied, and the Gyrocopter gets the gold, and the supports and support T, I guess, is going to be forced away. So we're going to jump ourselves back into the mid lane where we see Crazy this time taking a lot of harassment, but Queen of Pain taking a lot more. There's going to be the Shadow Ward, level 3. Queen of Pain, what you gonna do? You're gonna die again! That's the 2nd time in a row, and Crazy is gonna be level 6 with that. I mean, he's definitely not that high on HP and mana, but he will be getting he will be getting a rune. So he'll be fine with that, pops himself a salve as well, and has of course got that chaotic offering. He can now force out a team fight somewhere and actually get ahead. Now the thing about, of course, the best thing that you can do with the Warlock is of course get Fatal Bonds up on someone, then throw down the chaotic offering, and then kill off the entire team. Yes, that's very, very enjoyable to do. You can tell I was a Warlock fan for a long time. I played Warlock, but I haven't really played him that often, unfortunately. But I like seeing Warlock. He is decent. He is definitely decent to see here. As we have got in the meantime, of course, I mean, we can compare the supports a bit towards each other. A bit, I would say, yeah. And let's just compare the levels rather than anything else. We do see on Fota, we still have a level 3 and a level 2, with the Clockwork actually still being level 3. Who we can of course compare a bit to the Darkseer, who is level 4. We still have a level 3 and a level 4 still up on virtus.pro as well. But that's still one level ahead on virtus.pro. And of course, the biggest difference is that both Warlock and the Lifestealer now as well are both level 6. And no level 6 yet up on Fota, not even their solo mid. Kapai, he's even like very far away from that level 6, and he's just afraid to come in range of Crazy again. Fatal Bones this time don't hit though, and Kapai's gonna be happy with that, and he's also got a full bottle, so he's gonna be feeling a bit more confident here as Crazy. He still has a double damage rune, he still has of course got a full bottle after that. And we're gonna see if he's gonna use that. Look at that harassment, just one hit with the double damage rune. It is quite insane, as in the meantime Fota is just clearing out the creep wave and also having stacked some creeps. Able to get some more farm in their supports will be very much needed. Of course the Magnus also slowly but steadily getting his level 6 ready. And I'm just gonna put up the net worth because that's gonna be a bit more important right now, as we do of course also have still on the sidelines. It is the Gyrocopter farming. He is 36. 37, 38 for 3 right now. Die has got that one, and of course on the other side it is Airman who is 48 for 14. So Airman pulling up ahead on the farm right there, and of course even more so now that he has his hand up Midas. What are you doing there? Oh, it's just creeps. Wow, they're taking a lot of damage with those creeps, but getting some extra farm for themselves is really needed. I mean, they are just very low on farm. In the meantime, here comes an S as well. He doesn't have any level up on his edict, but it's not going to be needed. I mean, so far he's just happy with doing what he does. Just throwing down the stuns, throwing down the harassment with the lightning. And he's of course still also level 3, so, you know, in that sense not really doing too well. But he's also not doing bad, he hasn't died yet. Still the only 2 kills that we have up so far are the 2 in the mid lane. With Crazy picking those up, and he's just keeping the control here. In the mid lane as well. As we haven't really seen the chaotic offering. Of course chaotic offering does have a very long cooldown. I mean it's almost 3 minutes up on level 1. 165 seconds. And you don't want to waste it. You don't want to throw it. If you're gonna throw it down, then you're gonna make sure that you're gonna be ready to take down an entire team fight. As in, you're gonna have to make sure that you get a kill with that sentry ward being placed, just in case. Just in case someone comes in. The invisibility rune is not there, so I'm kind of curious. But they haven't got any rune control, so perhaps they're expecting a rune still. Even though the 6-minute rune did go to the Warlock with the illusion rune. But still, sentry ward being placed just in case. Don't want to be getting ganked unaware by any smokes. As the 8-minute rune, let's see who's gonna get lucky. It's gonna be lucky on the bottom lane, and that's gonna be that Sharkan. The Rubik picks up a double damage rune. Gonna go back mid. Queen of Pain now level 6. Has picked up her Sonic Wave, so maybe looking to do some damage and get some kills with that. Of course, Queen of Pains normally we see Queen of Pains picking up their Blink or Shadow Strike level 2 and their Scream of Pain level 4 before they pick up that Sonic Wave. But no, this Queen of Pain has picked it up directly at level 6, and that indicates that she has to be going, or she wants to be going aggressive with this. She wants to be able to do something with that. And from the sideline, that already shows what they're going to be doing. They're going to smoke up. They have got themselves a black hole, as well as a double damage ruining Rubik, but that's about to run out actually. They don't have a hook to initiate in, but they are going to be coming from behind. They now spot themselves, oh, Clockwork getting spotted out by the smoke already. Can they be getting something done? Here also comes the Magnus though, and he has got his reverse polarity up. Now this is not going to be ending good if they go in right now, unless they get a perfect black hole off, and they know it too. So they're not going to go for it. In the meantime, Airman is pushing the bottom lane still by himself. He's got himself a tower, so towers are now even once again, even though this one is going to be going down as well if it's going to continue on like this. And that would be putting the towers back into virtus.pro's favor. As the chase is on apparently to the Shrek. They can't get him. Can't get him. Harassment continues. virtus.pro knows that there's a lot of people around here, but they feel like they're confident with the reverse polarity up. Prepare for battle doesn't have any mana anymore to get his black hole off unless he pops his soul ring. So when he does that, we'll know that he wants to go for that black hole. And the same thing goes, of course, with virtus.pro. They'll know that too. So the moment he pops his soul ring, if he would, they would be backing off a bit more than they already have, even though they've already backed off so far right now, with the tower not down just yet. And this is also Die joining the mid lane. Gotta be harassing them away with the flak cannon being level 3. No Homo missile picked up by Gyrocopter because he didn't need it in the lane. Didn't have any heroes up against him, so really no matter that it was indeed not picked up. As long as you don't see any enemies, then why would you pick something up that only targets enemies, right? Makes sense. Drum's also up on die. I mean, he's not doing too bad, but the time that he's spending in this mid lane is basically wasted because he can't farm all too well here. And, I mean, his counterpart, the Lifestealer, he is farming still. And he's actually by himself on the bottom lane. And he is an 89 for 16. And with his Hand of Might, still continuously pulling up ahead there. 90 last hits for now, 2200 gold. He is going to be getting away from Kapa, but he will be doing just fine with that. I mean, he has got that escape, if you will, with the Infest, with the Rage TP. It is very safe for him to still be farming this far up the lane. Well, of course, if Dai would do the same thing on the top lane, that would be a whole different story because his escape is not really there. His escape is like completely missing. The only thing that he could do is throw down a cooldown and pop his face boots and his drums and hope that he's not going to be caught up on. They want to go for this Rubik, perhaps. Just harassment then. Haste run up on Crazy.
Dire's middle tower is
The
under
harassment on
attack.
the tower continues. But Crazy not really leaving his lane at all. Just getting supported by the rest of virtus.pro. But now, this is the time when virtus.pro is only up against 2 heroes right here. And I say 2 because there's also still Nanikma hanging around. So this is the time they still get the tower.
Has fallen.
But I was gonna say that if they're gonna be sticking around with the 4 of them very much longer, they're actually giving Fota some extra time to farm up their heroes because they are behind on farm, of course. But they TP themselves out, or at least Santa did. TP himself towards the top lane. Building towards the mechanism as we have got Crazy. Drums up on him as well. 1200 gold up on KSI. Considering he is in a support, I guess, a support Magnus, he is doing not too bad in his gold. Of course, he's been jungling for a while, but he's been doing just fine. There goes the fatal bonds. Are they gonna be fatal? That's the question. Just harassment, I guess. There's just harassment. And okay, apparently 3 means pause. And it's just repeating what Shotgun said in caps because it makes more sense to me. No, not. Sorry, go. Says Fota. Go. Cool. So we have got, of course, yeah, Sharkan trying to get some more farm in this mid lane. Trying to get his level 6, so not even the farm is important, just the level 6. Because he wants to be able to steal stuff from his opposing team, otherwise he's not going to be able to do that much. Like the thing about a Warlock is up against a Rubik
Dire's top tower
is
under attack.
you want to put up your fatal bonds before you throw on a chaotic offering just to get the max out of that one. And wait a second, Airman gonna go in mid lane. Black hole gets casted though. Airman cooldown coming down. Is it gonna be enough? It doesn't look like it. Airman barely taking any damage. Here comes the chaotic offering. There goes the infest, and the fatal bonds are gonna be fatal for at least Gyrocopter and Rubik. Prepare for battle is gonna be getting away. Malefice helping out. There's no blink dagger just yet, and the shockwave won't be able to get the kill, but at least he'll be able to help out killing off Stigma, even though he just dies to Airman as well. And now all of a sudden 5 heroes in the mid lane for virtus.pro, and they are looking to take down the tier 2. And it all started off with Airman just walking into battle. 3 versus 1. Of course, I mean, Leshrac was still sitting around there somewhere, but just walking in there, baiting out the black hole that actually did absolutely nothing at all to him. I mean, he didn't even drop an HP by the looks of it. And it is still, didn't mean anything. Cooldown over chaotic offering came down, of course. And then it was all over for Fota. 5-0 right now, as this game is not really high kills, I have to say. Fota is doing a good job at making sure that they're going to be staying as far as enough back as they can. Of course, there is enormous team fight potential up on virtus.pro. You've got the reverse polarity, chaotic offering, vacuum into everything, split earth, infest damage, you name it, iron shells. Ooh, invisibility room still goes to Crazy though. Now Kapa is gonna be able to. Oh, whoa, reverse polarity. That's gonna be him going down. With Crazy picking up the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So that is, yeah, that is gonna be. This is gonna be Queen of Pain now, 6-0. So yeah, there's brilliant team fight potential for virtus.pro, and Fota they know that they do have their own team fight potential as well. Though I mean the Sonic Wave over a black hole, over cooldown, Fate Bolt going through, as well as the battery assault and the flare. I mean it's definitely not nothing, but it really depends on who's starting off first. Like if you're gonna have virtus.pro starting off. Or, oh wait, previous fight we saw the black hole being used first. And then virtus.pro came after that and was able to use their chaotic offering after that. And Fota, they didn't have anything to throw back at them, so they had to back off and actually died let a couple of their heroes die. For virtus.pro, of course, I mean, if they are the ones to initiate and Fota lives through that, and Fota comes back with a black hole and a cooldown, then they might be able to be the ones to be successful. Hook in! There's gonna be a Cox with the skewer away, picks up, cooldown coming down. This Darkseer that's already down, now crazy. Gonna be going down as well as the Sonic Wave picks up an S. And that is 3 heroes down on the side of virtus.pro, and all of a sudden, it is Fota that uses their ability first. And there's nothing that virtus.pro could do to get back against it. I mean, they already used the reverse polarity just earlier to pick up the Queen of Pain. But they just lost 3 heroes. The first 3 kills for Fota, just showing that they're not out of this game right yet. Just yet. Wow, English, hard. 7,500 gold still in favor of virtus.pro. I do think it's going to be dropping down a bit more, considering that not only they got those kills, but they also, of course, made sure that virtus.pro is out of farming for a bit while they are dying and getting back up to life. Experience graph shows it as well. Shows it a bit more clear, of course, right now, a bit more, extreme, if you will. But that's always going to be the case. That is always going to be the case. Experience shows clearer than gold up until someone reaches level 25, of course. As we have Gyrocopter, looks like he's going to be going for Manta style. And of course he'll be happy with that. We're gonna see 3 people again trying to take down this last tier 1 tower still standing on the side of Fota, and they're gonna be able to do that as well. No real contest, but they might be trading their own tier 1. Reverse polarity, it's up on 2 and 2 down as well. With the chaotic offering going down there as well, as we have got a stun. Clockwork gonna go down, 3 down. Malefice still up on KSI, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. 3 down for 0 on the other side right now, and virtus.pro able to save their own tower and able to get their tower on the top lane, get the Fota tower on the top lane, and they might even get the second one as well, considering there are 2 heroes still dead on the side of Fota. And that's gonna be the Gyrocopter dying twice already.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Now they're drawing on the minimap from Fota, thinking they're gonna come in from the side. They have smoked up. If they're not careful though, they're gonna walk right into virtus.pro. Here they come. Hook in. 3 there. And they catch out 2 with the with the Cox. Cooldown coming down though. And it is Fota that drops 3 down. Stigma, the one to initiate, is gonna be going down as well. Magnus taking care of that one, and Queen of Pain, the last one alive, wasn't able to do anything in that fight. Still has her Sonic Wave and has to go back again. Has to back off and just stand here with her Sonic Waves to clean out a creep wave, I would think, to make sure that maybe she's going to be able to stop this from happening. Maybe she's going to be able to keep her tier 3 alive. But virtus.pro, they're just pushing forward. There's nothing that Kpa can do here. And that's just going to be it. Fateball is still going to be helping out, but the tier 3 tower is going to be going down. Airman actually says, you know what, we can take this barracks as well. He's got himself his armlet as well as his Desolator. I mean, item-wise, it's virtus.pro that is definitely ahead. Blink Dagger up on KSI. Crazy going for an Aghanims. And Santa having his mechanism complete. So looking good for virtus.pro. Looking not so good for Fota though. Mechanism is up on Prepare for Battle. But they just die way too fast for it to be of any use right now, with of course the Gyrocopter still having his Yasha complete, but other than that, not really getting anything else. No BKB is what he is needing right now. Black Hole is not on cooldown, not off cooldown, because it's on cooldown. It was used, was wasted. Hook in, hook over actually. Stigma is gonna be finding himself still some enemies though. Surge up on Airman, telekinesis up on Santa. In the meantime, Stigma, he will take a fall. Here comes our first polarity, only up on Die, and Die, will he do his name justice? Vacuum back in, and it's gonna be the Warlock Curse together with the skewer that it picks him up. And that's gonna be 3 extra kills on the board for Fota, with the only 2 left alive. Again, it is of course Kpa as well as Sharkon, and they're just they can't do anything right here. We're gonna see Kpa maybe trying to push it back the tier 1 slightly, but the tier 1 is still on almost full HP, and they can't really do anything right here. Like Kpa needs to pick up a TP and probably TP back to base. In the meantime, the Courier is almost back alive again for Fota, so that is gonna be something that they're gonna be happy about with it, but you know, doesn't really matter, because if they're going to be in the base all the time anyway because they're dead, or they just respawn, then who needs a courier, right? Barracks are gonna get picked up. Virtus.pro steamrolling through this game, it feels like. 19 minutes in only and 20k gold in their favor. With a Warlock solo mid. And the tier 3 tower, the second one, is now about to drop as well. Fateball's still going through, but Airman getting healed up at the same time. Telekinesis, trying to help out. He has got the Aegis, of course, though, so even if he dies, doesn't really matter. Hook in, Aegis goes down. Cooldown coming down as well. Can they turn it around? I think they can. Virtus.pro. It is not gonna be, wow, it's not gonna be easy. Look at their HP, they're very low on life. But it's a Queen of Pain that already drops. It is already Stigma that's on the way out from the two golems that are chasing him down. Shockwave will pick him up, and the last one alive is Sharkon, who is gonna be the target for Airman. Skewer got stolen by Sharkon, so he gets himself into safety with that, but nobody but Santa dying on this top lane. And Santa, of course, bought back, as we did see that happening. But yeah, that is the Aghanim's completed up on the Warlock. Was happy to show it with the two Warlock golems right there. And that's gonna be another set of racks going down 20-4. As we're seeing already, Santa, he decided not to come back to the top lane, but go push bottom instead. Because there's still a tier 3 or tier 2 standing around, and without a tier 2 they can't really pick up the tier 3. 20k, I mean, really. Do I need to say more? Prepare for Fota. They want to go for one more. They want to go for Santa. Can they pick up Santa? I think they can. Yes, they can. 5-1. They got a kill. Fifth kill on the board. And that was actually the third kill up on Santa. So of the 5 kills that Fota has done, 3 are up on Santa. He's probably not going to be all too happy with that one, but you know. He's going to have to deal with it. Open wounds up on Stigma. 4 hits and he is dead. Rocket Barrage going through, reverse polarity hitting on 2 though, and that's already Queen of Pain down, and that's the other one down. Triple kill goes for Airman. I saw a Dagon. Hello KSI, support Magnus with a Blink Dagger and a Dagon. That's the way it's supposed to be. And there's goes Charkon again. Can he get himself away this time? Picks himself up another escape spell. He picked himself up the Surge first, and now the Skewer. So was able to get himself back into base. Airman, he doesn't care about base. He just jumps the fountain anyways, and that should be a game already. Put Fota out of their misery, I say. But Virtus.pro still not getting those tier 2s. Almost though, almost. Maybe they can get tier 4s instead. Fota is not calling the GG yet though. They do not want to give this up. Come on. Show them some mercy. Show them some mercy. Nose? Okay. Emmer, by the way, hasn't died yet, of course. He's 9-0-7. I could say, oh, they TP in. They want to go here. They want to go to Santa again. Can they kill him off again? Or is Santa this time going to be getting the better of? Did it look like it is? Cooldown and Black Hole going to come down still. Santa is going to go down for the fourth time, actually. There we go. A Shockwave being stolen by Sharkon. Going to try to pick up KSI. But I don't think it's going to be the case. Dagon being used to pick him off in the meantime on the side. We heard a Sonic Wave going through as Crazy actually still goes down to that one. And it's going to be KSI that TPs himself out. Buyback now from Crazy. The tier 2 tower of course still goes down with on the sideline Airman deciding to take the whole base by himself. Just picking up the buildings as they come. Never really being scared away by the side of the Queen of Pain there either. And there goes the chaotic offering again. And the fatal bones up on there. And that is a GG well played. It is too much and the throne will fall and the game is over and Virtus.pro secure themselves a solid first place. In StarLadder Star Series Season 5 they have now got 21 points to their name. And that is the most of everybody, as the second highest only has got 15, if I'm correct. Anyways, we're gonna jump ourselves out of this game because we're gonna have more games coming up. The next one that will be here will be Mouse Sports taking on 3D Max. Stick around for more Dota 2 action coming up right now. Oh yeah, and of course if you want to check out those scores by yourself, you can go to starladder.tv, go to the Dota 2 section and click on the button that says League. If after you clicked on the British flag, if you haven't done that before, you can. And of course, if you want to support me, you can do so by subscribing to my YouTube or following me on Twitter or liking me on Facebook or subscribing or following me on Twitch or both. And you can all do that under the same name of SheeverGaming. So just type in the address and then just /SheeverGaming. You can find everything there. Anyways, next game coming up right next. Don't go anywhere.